What's going on, everybody? I'm Primal Liquid, bringing you guys another guide for Crisis Core Reunion. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys the absolute best and fastest way to farm SP. Now, unfortunately, the Minerva trick is patched, okay? Crisis Core Reunion is based on the Japanese version of Crisis Core. That means you can no longer steal 99 Phoenix Downs from Minerva and then just let her kill you to sell off and buy a bunch of materia to convert. That no longer works. So we have to get a little creative. And what we're going to be doing now, well, first of all, I'm going to show you two different methods, okay? We're going to show you the method that everybody can do pretty much, you know, pretty easily, and then a more advanced method. Now, what I will say is this farm will essentially get you around 5 million SP per hour, which is going to come in incredibly handy for both materia fusion if you want to make, you know, perfect stat materia, or if you want to abuse ST turbo materia. I got there in the end, okay? It's like SP materia is incredibly broken, and so you're going to need millions, well, literally tens to hundreds of millions of SP to properly make use of it. So how are we going to farm? Well, first of all, you are going to need the Mission 634. This is available in Chapter 3, so you can get as much SP as you want as early as Chapter 3. And all we're going to do is we're going to go to Mission 6, 3, and then 4, which is called Item in the Caverns. Now, there are a few things you are going to need first and foremost, okay? Namely, well, let's just wait for it to load up. There we go. Namely, you are going to need the Blast Wave materia. Now, this is essentially so we can very easily kill a bunch of the mobs and get their drop. We're going to need Status Ward. This is ideally going to be maxed, along with Hal Blizziger. This way, we're going to be completely protected against poison, silence, stun, stop, and most importantly, death. Okay, so we're no longer going to be susceptible to insta-death, which is vastly important. Then we basically just want as much health as possible. Trifundiger is going to be used to kill one particular enemy. However, Blast Wave is going to be for everything else. And then the last one I'm just using to boost my magic stat. When it comes to accessories, if you do this in Chapter 3, you will only have access to 2 accessory slots. In that situation, you need to use Mog's Amulet. Vastly important, that is. And then finally, you can use basically anything you want for the final slot. Obviously, in Chapter 3, your options are limited. However, I would say, you know, just go with something that boosts your survivability or your output, you know, your actual damage output. What I will say is the Jeweled Ring, unfortunately, doesn't work for the item we are going to farm. We are obviously going to be farming for materia. Jeweled Ring no longer doubles materia drops like it did in the original. It is only items, unfortunately. And, well, yeah, that doesn't really matter. If you're doing this after Chapter 3, when you are in Chapter 4 or further, where you have all 4 equipment slots, then this is just my starting setup, basically. Obviously, I could change Jeweled Ring for something else, for more stats, but honestly, it doesn't really matter. All we really need for this method is Mog's Amulet, Trifundiger, and Blast Wave. Literally all you need for this method. So all we're going to do right now is we are going to run through the mission. Now, you can do this in basically any area in this stage, okay? However, I don't like doing it at these starting areas, simply due to the fact that it's a little slow, in my opinion. So we are just going to move on through, because the main idea here is to get as many fights as possible. The more fights we get, the more SP we get, so let's just skip through the little starting zones to where I normally farm. So I normally do it right here, although we didn't get an encounter there for some reason. So we'll just run down the ramp and we'll get another encounter. What we want right now is the demons, okay? Every time we kill the demons who are susceptible to Blast Wave, they are going to drop a darkness materia. Each of those does sell for a whopping 6,000 SP. Right there, we didn't get a demon, so we're just going to flee that. But yeah, each Darkness Materia sells for 6,000 SP. We can get up to 3 demons per fight. Most of the time, it will be free. Sometimes you'll only get 2, but most of the time, it's free. And then we're just going to keep repeating the fights over and over, like this, farming Darkness. What I will say is, even if you don't want the SP, I do suggest farming these anyway, simply due to the fact that with the Darkness Materia, you can very easily max out pretty much any stat you want, especially HP. Darkness Materia is the easiest way to get 999 HP percent, so I do suggest farming that. Now, that's the beginner method. Obviously, that setup is not very optimized. It's a little slow. It's a little janky. So what is the fastest method? Well, this is. So right now, we still have our Hellblazer and Status Sword. We still have Trifundiger for the extra MP. However, we're going to be using Electrocute along with Dual Cast for this method. As for equipment, we have the Zaedric, which I'm just using for a magic boost. Doesn't matter about any of the other stuff on there. Mog's Amulet for the always rare drops. We do need that. The Darkness Materia is a rare drop. We have Genji Glove just to break my damage cap. And then Jeweled Ring just because I literally don't have anything else to go on there. Which is, you know, kind of, eh. But yeah, you can use anything you want there. Or, if you are, you know, still in Chapter 3, you can just leave the Jeweled Ring off and leave the Zaedric off as well. So, what we're going to do now is literally exactly the same. We're going to get into a fight. However, now we're just going to spam Electrocute, which murders everything basically instantly. And then we're just going to repeat the process, constantly running up and down the ramp still. So all that's really changed is the actual way we do the farm. But this way is definitely a lot faster. So on average, you get, let's just go with 2 Darkness Materia in the fights where you only get 2 demons. Obviously, you guys have already seen right now that most of the time you get 3 demons. But let's say on average, it's 2 per fight. We're doing a fight roughly every 10 seconds or so here. That means we're getting, you know, 2 materia every 10 seconds. That takes us up to 12 materia every minute. And it's really going to ramp up to a hell of a lot. Okay? Now, what you're going to do is, once you've done all of your farming, let's say, you know, you've been here for an hour or something like that. Just simply convert the materia and then carry on going. Just don't let yourself get over 999 materia. You can see your limit down there at the bottom left hand side. Once you have all your materia though, we're simply going to SP convert, and we're just going to convert it all for 6,000 SP a time. So obviously this video is now 8 minutes long. But I've obviously not been doing the farm for 8 minutes. Instead, it's been more like, you know, 4 minutes, 3-4 minutes, because of the explorations. I just made nearly 200,000 SP there. That is how quick this method is. And obviously, you are going to need a boatload of SP as well for, you know, materia fusion. Or if you are going to be using the the SP abilities, which does expend your SP for, you know, extra damage or more defense. SP is probably the most important currency in the game. Getting as much as possible is extraordinarily worth it. But that is going to be it for this video, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope it has helped. If it has, then please be sure to go ahead and smash that like button, and of course, drop a comment down below. And if you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any more Crisis Core guides. As always though, everybody, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.